There's no quarantine. There's no quarantine in baseball.
And he drives it into right center field, hit it Todd. This baby is way back out of here.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Humm Baby Baseball channel. And today, well, it looks like there are some plans that could be coming into play soon where Major League Baseball could be starting as early as May, definitely by June. And when you first hear that, you first read that, you're like me, you're like, awesome. Do what you got to do. Let's get some baseball going. I mean, be safe about it, but come on, let's get some baseball going. But then I read this article, and I have to be honest. I got to be honest with you guys. There are some conditions they're talking about in this article that might have to be put into place, that if those conditions have to be put into place, I'm saying forget it. Just wait. Some of these things are so stupid. I can't even imagine watching a baseball game with some of this stuff in place. It's like, what are you doing? At this point, if you have to do this to play baseball, just don't play. Just wait it out. Are you kidding me? And I know that might be a little controversial because everyone's going to say, man, let's just get baseball, whatever it takes. I mean, I kind of understand that. I feel the same way, but not literally, not whatever it takes. I mean, if everyone's out there in oxygen masks, for instance, I mean, that's just going to look stupid. Not saying that's one of the conditions, but let's just take a look. Let's dive into this article. We'll get the gist of this article, and then I'll give my take. Guys, let's do it. MLB union focused on plan that could allow season to start as early as May in Arizona. Okay, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. This is by, I've always called him Jeff Passan, but I've also heard Passan. So I don't really know how that guy always said Jeff Passan. But anyway, be that as it may, however you say his name, Jeff wrote this article. MLB and its players are increasingly focused on a plan that could allow them to start the season as early as May. And it has the support of high-ranking federal public health officials who believe the league can safely operate amid the coronavirus pandemic.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Wonderful.
But the plan has a number of potential stumbling blocks, not surprisingly, but it has emerged as the likeliest to work and has been embraced by MLB and the Players Association. Okay, so everyone wants to get back. So let's just jump a little bit forward. And this is that plan where we talked about how they would play games in the Phoenix area, at the spring training ballparks, and even at Chase Field. And, you know, that sounds like a plan to me. Let's get going. Let's play some in the spring training parks, a little bit in Chase Field, get a season going. People are going to be quarantined, going to be tested. And, you know, let's see if this thing can work. The May return date for the plan depends on a number of concerns being allayed. And some officials believe a June opening day could be more realistic. Okay. More important would be a significant increase in available coronavirus tests with a quick turnaround time, which sources familiar with the plan believe will happen by early May and allow MLB's testing to not diminish access for the general public. Okay, so far so good. Haven't read anything too crazy, but we're going to get there. Just 1 second. Now, the logistics to pull off such a plan, as it says, would be enormous, cumbersome on the league side, and require the buy-in of players who are, of course, skeptical because they're going to have to be separated from their families for this entire time. In a normal baseball season, they're not really there. Yeah, they're away from their families while they're traveling and doing whatnot, but they still see their family. They still go to home games. They still get days off. They still have their family, at least sometimes. In this case, they really wouldn't, except for by phone. They can't talk with the family. I mean, obviously, you know, Skype, whatever they use these days to talk, but I'm just saying, face-to-face, physically, they could not be with their families for a while. The plan would have extended rosters. The plan would take into account, you know, somebody could test positive. They don't want to just say, if someone tests positive, we got to shut the league down. They're trying to prevent that, and hopefully nobody will test positive because they're going to be quarantined, and they're going to have major precautions. And it sounds like this is a possibility. They're really talking about this. But here's where I was like, what? No. Both sides acknowledge the uniqueness of the season would not be limited to stadium location or roster size among the possibilities that have been discussed. Now, I'm not saying these are definitely in place. These are possibilities that have been discussed. Why are you even discussing these? Some of these. I would be like, why? What are we talking about? No, if we have to do that, forget it. That's not going to work. That's just dumb. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. Implementing an electronic strike zone to allow the plate umpire to maintain sufficient distance from the catcher and pitcher and batter. What? Like, I don't have a problem with the electronic strike zone because I think umpires are terrible at balls and strikes because they choose to be terrible because they have their own strike zones instead of calling the strike zone. So I don't really mind an electronic strike zone, but we're seriously going to put an electronic strike zone because the umpire has to maintain distance? I thought everyone was quarantined and tested. I thought this was good to go. Are you going to play baseball or not play baseball? The umpire's got to stay away here. He's the guy that's got to make the calls. You got to be in there, in the trenches, man. This is baseball. So what the hell are you talking about? The umpire, hey, back up now. What? No mound visits from the catcher or pitching coach? No mound visits? Gotta stay away, guys. What the hell are you talking about? This isn't baseball now. You gotta play the game or don't play the game. What is this crap? 7-inning doubleheaders, which an earlier than expected start date could allow baseball to come close. Okay, 7-inning doubleheaders are fine. I don't have a problem with that. Do the 7-inning doubleheaders. I'm all for that, honestly. I mean, obviously a baseball game is supposed to be 9 innings, but come on. This is a 7-inning doubleheader. It's still a fair game. It's just 7 innings. Yeah, they do it in the minor leagues. I don't have a problem with it for this season. It's fine. Still baseball. Regular use of on-field microphones by players as an added bonus for TV viewers. Yeah, I'm good on that. I love the game of baseball. I don't need this to be a what do they call them? A reality show. Thank you. I'm fine with that. I know people love it. I know other younger fans love it. Put it if you want. I prefer it not. It's already going to be weird enough. It's going to be weird enough in empty stadiums with no pitching coaches or mound visits, where the umpire is standing back, can't touch you, and we haven't even got to the worst one yet. Sitting in empty stands, 6 feet apart, the recommending social distancing space instead of a dugout. I'm going to take a moment to let this sink in for everyone, what I just said, and I'll repeat it. Sitting in the empty stands, the players and coaches, sitting in the empty stands, the recommended social distancing space instead of the dugout. If you have to implement any of those other than the 7 innings games and the microphones, I guess the microphones is just, that's nothing to do with the situation. That's just an added bonus, which I don't care about. Other than those two, if they have to implement any of those other 3, you don't play. You don't bother. If the situation is so bad that the umpire has to keep his social distance from the batter and catcher, we don't play. If it's so bad that the players and coaches from the team have to sit in the stands and keep their social distance from each other, you don't play. Guys, this is dumb. If the situation is so bad, you can't have a pitching coach go to the mound. You can't have the catcher go talk to his pitcher. This is not even close to baseball. This is just dumb. You have to play the game. If everybody's been tested and clean and they're being quarantined and you're going to go try to do this, then you got to do this and play baseball. You play baseball. I'm not saying everybody gets together and hugs and makes out. Okay? You just play baseball. You have to be allowed to play. Their catchers are going to be sliding on a home plate. They're going to be tagging. This is it's not a contact sport per se like football, but you touch each other. You get in there. Runner gets to first base. The first was he not allowed to hold the runner at first base. The first baseman holds the runner at first base. They're standing right next to each other. Steals second, slides in right there. The umpire's got to be right there. Makes the call. This is absurd. These ideas are absurd. Forget it. I'm not saying these aren't necessary. If they are necessary, you don't play. I can wait. I can wait till next year if I have to before you put this crap in. Empty stadiums is one thing. I'm okay with that. I can deal with that. Playing at spring training ballparks, I can deal with that. Playing 7-inning doubleheaders, I can deal with that. Putting the microphones on, I guess I can deal with that if that's what people want. Sitting in the stands, keeping your 6 feet apart, that is just, it's beyond awkward. You can't play a game. You can't play the game if the umpire is trying to keep his distance. You can't play the game if the catcher can't talk to his pitcher, yet the first baseman's allowed to be right next to the runner. People are going to be in each other's face, no matter what. You can try to limit it to, don't, what's the old rule? You can't talk to the other team like before games. Your team stays in your dugout. Your team stays in your dugout. You guys don't come and mix and mingle and all that. You don't keep that stuff to a minimum. That's fine. But once the game is being played, the game has to be allowed to be played. You cannot try to keep social distance, and you can't be in the dugout. You got to be sitting in the stands 6 feet apart. Posey's here, 6 feet over here, Crawford, 6 feet down line, Belt, 6 feet more, Pence, 6 feet more, Samardzija, 6 feet more, Cueto. What? What? No, just don't play, guys. Just don't play. That's dumb. Now, people might say, dude, Eric, this is what's got to be done to play the game. No, it doesn't. This is overboard. You've tested them. They're quarantined. If they're good to go, you got to let them play the game. If you feel that is necessary, if you feel that's necessary, that means the situation is so bad that people can't be close together, yet when the game is started, they're going to be close together. If you're going to allow someone to steal second and put the tag on, they're close together. Like I said, runner first and a runner's there. They're close together. Batter here. Catcher here. They're close together. Everyone. Bullpen. What about the bullpen, guys? Someone's got to catch him. Someone's got to pitch him. You got to have a coach in there. They're going to be close together. So either we can't have people close together, therefore we can't have baseball, or we're going to play it, and you're just going to have to not go so stupid with it and extreme, because that is just not, you can't play a game like that. Guys, that's all I got to say about it. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Please let me know what you think. And that's what I think. And I think this is absolutely bizarre. I think this is nuts when you talk about some of those conditions. Those are not happening. If you want to get baseball back and you can do the spring training, you can go all crazy. But no, you're not keeping the players in the stands 6 feet apart and expect to play a baseball game and have the umpires scared to get in within 6 feet, so they have an electronic strike zone that's completely untested. We don't know how that's going to work. That's going to be nuts in and of itself. And yeah, what else? I can't remember, because they're all just completely insane. No pitching coach can go to the mound to visit his pitcher. The catcher can't go talk to his own pitcher. No, guys, just wait it out. We'll survive. Baseball will survive. I promise baseball will survive. Major League Baseball, I know you guys are desperate and you want that money. I feel you. Do it. But these conditions, no. Please. That's what I got to say about it. Put your comments down below. Let me know what you think about this situation, and make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. I really would appreciate it. Tough times right now. Guys, I know most of y'all are struggling. I'm definitely struggling. I'm not working like normal. This is terrible times financially. If you are doing well and you're having doing fantastic and you're enjoying the channel, then feel free to check out some of my links below, including my Patreon page if you want to support the channel. But please, if you're struggling like me, don't even worry about that. We'll just wait till this thing clears up. All I ask is hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I would really appreciate it. You guys have a great one. See ya! When the Giants come to town, it's bye-bye, baby. Every time the chips are down, it's bye-bye, baby. History's in the making at Oracle.